So tell me, this is quite a big story with several characters, different countries, many years. And how was it for you to shape the whole story? Sorry, I'm gonna get that. Don't worry. Into a single screenplay.
It's not on the same scale as Carlos. When we did Carlos together, we turned it into a 5.5-hour movie, but it spanned 20 years 30 years actually, and so many countries. So this one felt easy compared to Carlos. No, I think we mostly had to simplify a lot some of the political context. That's also what I was interested in. What we were interested in was in the human story. We really focused on the important characters, and we followed them.
Well, you have been playing several real people in movies and TV shows. How important was it for you to be actually close to this real person you were playing in terms of gestures and Cuban accent?
I felt free to just create, just to navigate the events that Olivier had so cleverly put into the script, and that was it. And the Cuban accent, of course, because the character was Cuban. Tiene un plan para matar a Fidel. Ahí está todo. Como siempre. Para cumplir el último deseo.
The cast is pretty impressive, but you have several non-Cuban actors playing Cuban characters. Why did you choose to work on
Well, because of the scope of the film and the ambition we had for the film. Obviously, Rodrigo Teixeira initially wanted American actors, and that to me was not an option. It made no sense to make this film in English. It had to be in Spanish. I don't think that we did not have in Cuba the actors that could just carry those parts. To me, it was very important, obviously, that it was a Latin cast. Also, because we had so many great actors in smaller parts in Cuba.
Amazing actors.
Amazing. They have great actors. You feel so sad for those guys because they are kind of trapped in the Cuban film industry. But the issue was to get the accents right, and it was something we were extremely careful with. Even we were finishing the mix of the film, we were still changing a word here, a word there. Yeah. To get it, just pitch perfect.
All right. And talking about Cuba a little bit, I mean, there's a lot of misinformation regarding Cuba, especially here in Brazil. We don't really know how it works politically, and we have this image that is just like the evil representation of the lack of freedom and the lack of democracy, and we see that it's much more nuanced than that in the film. How do you see this?
I'm not involved in partisan politics, but I think that the life of the Cuban people is miserable. I think they have a very tough life. What is nuanced is that the Cubans are a great people. They are really amazing. I mean, they are so resilient, dedicated. I mean, we had a great Cuban crew, we had great Cuban actors, and you feel so sorry for them because they can't travel, they live in such difficult conditions, but then also, what can I say? I think we all loved Cuba in a certain way.
I mean, basically, it's another example that the people on the street are definitely not representative of what the governments are.
True.
So the reality is that it's a country with a lot of contradictions, and but I think that was also part of the challenge artistically, to again explore these characters, with a fresh look into their humanity, and I think that's what we do as storytellers. It was a very fulfilling experience to try to wear the shoes of someone who basically lies on the other side of my own politics.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It's
you.
a pleasure talking to you guys.
Tenemos muchos motivos para celebrar.
Claro que sí. Tenemos noticias y de las buenas.
¿Qué está pasando aquí?
Salud.
Que estoy embarazada. Sí.